All right, Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kwadash. Double honors unto the apostles, as well as the men that taught our apostles, the elder high priests, as well as the elder bishops at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings unto the 144,000 and the rest of the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Abadia from the GMS Houston camp. And as we see, Esau is trying to get his beast system. Um, we're living in the beast system, and he's trying to forward this beast system by crowning it with the prophecy in Revelation 13 and 16. Okay, which this system goes back to the Roman Empire. Okay, that's the image. This is the image of the image of the beast goes back to the Roman Empire. Okay, when you read Revelation 13, 15. So now the beast whose deadly wound was healed through America, okay, the EU and NATO, okay. The wound was healed through America, but now you have the EU and that NATO makes up the beast, okay, which is coming in the likeness of the Roman Empire, or the image of the first beast. It's the Roman Empire. Okay, this time around, the revised Roman Empire is going to be based upon its technology, its AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, and we see Esau trying to get this thing off the ground. Everything really, it's already off the ground. We're just waiting on, things have to go streamline digital, meaning the money. Okay, things have to go digital. All right, and they'll go digital through something called a CBDC, central bank digital currencies. All right, which the world is already on board. All right, for the most part, and once that happens, then we'll see the prophecy of Revelation 13:16 come into play, because the CBDCs, the central bank digital currencies, will lead to the MOTB. All right, so I have a article here I want to get into, but this is going to be pretty much a open forum. Okay, but as Esau is moving towards his NWO, which is really the Most High's NWO, because the Most High set this devil up on the left hand side to set this society up to fulfill prophecy. All right, and as Esau's moving towards crowning his empire, to where he's playing the Most High, all right, with his God complex, he's really moving towards his destruction. Okay, Esau moving towards his NWO means he's moving towards his destruction. Okay, let me go here. Let me start here. I'm gonna bring out a scripture real quick. Job 20. I just want to bring this out real quick. When the scripture say, when he is in the fullness of his sufficiency. All right, this is Job 20 and 22. And the subject matter, different subject matters, but the prime subject matter is the judgment of the wicked. Let's go to that verse. Where is it at? Yes, Job 20 and 5. Then I'll jump back to the 22nd verse. It says, the triumphing of the wicked is short. The wicked is the so-called white man, we know this based upon Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the earth is obviously controlled by the so-called white man. His biblical nationality goes back to Esau, which is the father of the Edomites. So they're the Edomites, and it's the elites of Edom that are running things. Okay, the international bankers, all right, which are Edomites, and they're the ones behind this whole setting up a one world government. Okay, though the other nations have to play ball inside of this, inside of his NWO. Okay, it says, let me read it again, Job 20:5, that the triumphing of the wicked is short. It is short. You know, it may seem like this man has been ruling for a long time, but um, in the spiritual realm, this man hadn't been ruling for that long. Okay, it says, and the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment. So his time is ruling this planet Earth is about up. All right, there's a few more major prophecies that have to be fulfilled, and Esau is out of there. He's out of the power seat, running this earth raggedy and managing the earth horribly. Job 20:22, it says, in the fullness of the his is who? The wicked. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. All right. So when Esau is about to, I'm using the wording crown his enterprise, like on the back of the $1 bill. It has a nuit coeptis, which I believe that means something to the effect of enterprise crowned, or his enterprise crowned. Okay, so his perpetual system that he wants to be on this earth is not going to be crowned until the prophecy of the Revelation 13:16 happens. Okay, so when that happens, okay, or getting to that point, he's going to be in straits, meaning the positions of difficulty. And then to keep it going, once that prophecy is fulfilled and people are getting sea-hipped in the world, the Most High is going to take this man down. So he's going to be in a position of difficulty and straits. It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right? And just so you don't think, well, how can it be? You said the his is talking about the wicked, where it says in the fullness of his sufficiency. The his is talking about the wicked. Then it says every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So let's look up this word wicked. And it goes back to Strong's H 6001. And this Hebrew word is aimal. Aimal. And right here it says laborers, sufferers, wretched one. So they going off there. Laborer, workman, sufferer. So this is talking about the Israelites and the other nations. Okay, the main nation is Israel because we're the main laborers of this world. We're the ones that's suffering the most on this planet Earth. All the hell that Esau's bringing and has brought has affected the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans the most. This man got 250 years of free labor out of the so-called Negroes. All right, he stole um, and regulates the resources that were given on to us. And I'm just going into this man being in control of America, right? This land belongs to the so-called Native American Indians and the so-called Seminole Indians, okay? And Esau stole the land, which is filled with mineral resources, okay? The California gold rush, all the gold they found over there, okay? The oil here in Texas is a oil state, right? Just to name a few precious mineral resources that this man has basically stole, right? And then caused the indigenous people, the so-called Native American Indians, okay, to suffer. But now, not only are the Israelites suffering, the whole world is suffering under the hand of this devil. Okay, he's getting cheap labor out of the nations. Check that out. He's getting real cheap labor out of the Israelites and the rest of the nations. You see? And he's reaping all the gain, all the benefit. So when we read this verse, and it says, I'm going to read it again, Job 20 and 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, because Esau is going to try to continue or have how can I put it, a world where everybody's sea-hipped and he's playing the most high. He's playing the supreme power on the earth, okay? But the scriptures say every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, all right? So we see that in the making right now, all right? The other nations are woken up to this devil and coming against him, all right? So he will not fulfill his desire, okay, which is to establish a new world order crowned by the MOTB, which will have him on God-like status, to where he knows the head count of every person on this planet Earth. He knows what the people are thinking, what they're gonna do. Okay. He knows what your likes are, what your dislikes are, what you buy. Okay. So he's trying to play. He wants absolute control in the earth, and he's gonna fail at it. Now I want to read off of this site, this article. This is off of, I believe this is an acronym for payments, but pymnts.com. And this was put up on January the 17th, today January the 19th, so 2 days ago, by PYMNTS. And you see the title right here says Trump plans cryptocurrency advisory council. And I'm gonna read the first two, maybe three short paragraphs. It says, in a move that could have far-reaching implications for the cryptocurrency industry, President-elect Donald Trump is planning to designate cryptocurrency as a national priority. Why is that? Why would designating cryptocurrency as a national priority, why is that a national priority? Because this will go, and we're gonna see how it plays out, okay? But this will go hand in hand with the CBDCs, central bank digital currency. The whole thing of the cryptocurrency was to get people used to the idea of digital money, or digital currency. Okay, and they have I'm not all familiar with the whole blockchain and the cryptocurrency world, but I do understand it on a surface level, you know. And this will be the mainframe or the operation system, so to speak, for the digital transactions. All right, which will lead to the digital transactions of everybody. Okay, and then this will go. We'll see if this thing goes hand in hand with the CBDCs, central bank digital, or CBDC, central bank digital currency. Okay, where everything will be digital, money will no longer be tangible, paper money. All right, fiat currency. It will be digital. Okay, it says, according to sources familiar with the plans, it says the executive order, which is expected to be released soon after Trump takes office, aims to guide government agencies to work closely with the crypto industry. Check that out. The government agencies to work closely with the crypto industry, so we can see the CBDC coming. It may be here sooner than when we believe. You know, it says according to Bloomberg, and I'll read this last paragraph. Okay, it says I'm not gonna go. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all of this. I read this third paragraph. It says the order will establish a crypto advisory council that will advocate for the industry's policy priorities. The council will provide industry insiders with a voice within the administration, ensuring that their concerns and perspectives are taken into account. And we know that Donald Trump just released or launched his cryptocurrency, which is called meme, the Trump meme. Okay, so Trump is pushing this digital currency, right? So I want to bring this out. Now we know tomorrow is the presidential inauguration, which is on the January the 20th, and he's gonna be speaking a lot of swelling words, and we're gonna see exactly everything that he has to say. And we watch a snippet of it, a clip of it. Okay, and a lot of people are, even Jake is happy Trump is in office. They believe he's gonna turn things around and make things better for everybody. Okay, you have your people out there that is not for Trump, but you got a lot of people that believe in Trump now, right? That didn't believe, and they're gonna eat up his words just like they always do, except for the people that understand what's going on. Okay, understands this man's agenda. But Jake, simple ass, is gonna eat it up. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, not knowing what this man's agenda is. It's to push the success of the beast system being here forever, which is not gonna happen. All right, this is Proverbs 14:15. It says, "The simple believeth every word." You had Jakes that was all into the presidential campaign, got into the voting, and believed that Donald Trump, either Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, was gonna change things and make things better, better for the America, better for us, and it's all BS. All right. The simple believe it every word. And we understand that according to Psalm 58, I may get it here in a second. 58:1, this man is a damn liar. You can't believe shit that come out his mouth. Okay? It says, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. So a wise man will be careful, will understand, you know, how he's supposed to move on this earth, and be able to watch out for the traps that are set. And the main trap that Esau got set is the which is really the most high, is the MOTB, getting everybody hipped on this earth. Okay? So if you're not wise, you're not wise if you don't understand what the MOTB is. Then you can't conduct yourself the correct way on this earth. Knowing not to take that, that technology, not to have it put in you. Okay? You know, we're in the time that our Lord Yahushua is about to return to this earth. Okay, and we know this based upon prophecy. The prophecy of the MOTB is an end time prophecy at the very tail end of Esau's rulership. Okay, also a time of Jacob's trouble, and we see that Jacob is in trouble as we speak. But it's gonna get a lot worse. Things are gonna get a lot worse for so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And you best believe it that they're suffering. Everybody can feel the pinch and the squeeze from this devil. All right, everybody's sick. There's the food source, which is really GMO, and the stuff that they say is organic. We just gotta, you know, hope, pray over it, and hope that it is. You know, but it's not. Even if you go organic, you got to eat tons and tons of this stuff just to get nutrients out of it. Even the organic stuff. You see. So everybody's suffering. The food prices are through the roof. Okay. Insurance is high. But just sticking to the food prices alone is destroying people. People are in the aisles of these grocery stores scratching their heads, having to make tough decisions. Okay? And we understand, majority of our people, which is 2/3 over here in Babylon the Great, are going to perish. Okay? All right? But for the hopeful elect, it's high time to wake out of sleep. I'm going to go ahead and get that scripture. Romans 13:11. All right? It says, and that knowing the times, and what's the time, and knowing the time, excuse me, and that knowing the time, what time are we in? We're in the time of the end, the very end. Okay? End of what? End of Esau's corrupt, abominable rulership. And that knowing the time, and the only ones that's gonna know the time are the ones that are that understand to look well to their going. Supposed to be watching what's going on in the earth. Okay? So you can know how to move. Filter prophecy was prophecies that are coming to pass or about to come to pass. Okay? Through the scriptures. All right? For example, prime example, the MOTB. When that thing comes, you'll understand that what Revelation 13 and 16 is talking about, and not to take that. Okay? It says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. And lots of thousands and thousands of Israelites have woken up to the fact that the Israelites, to the fact that Esau is the so-called white man, he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay? But you have a lot of Israelites that know that they're Israelites, and they don't know what the MOTB is. They think they know. Okay? Or some may be too scared to come forward and say what they believe. But when that time comes, when that prophecy is being fulfilled and it's right around the corner, you know, we're going to see what these other Israelites and these other groups do, you know. It says that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, meaning this is the time, the right season. It wasn't back, meaning it wasn't back during the time when Peter and Paul was on the scene. Yeah, they were waking Israel up out of sleep. But now is the time. Okay, let me read on. It says, "For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe." So Yahushua wasn't going to come back to deliver Israel from destruction. Okay, over 2,000 years ago. Now is that time where Yahushua is on his way to deliver the elect of Israel. Okay, from America, the main deliverance here, and also from around the world, wherever the elect is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, it's nearer than when we believed. Okay, and things are moving very, very fast. All right, and we got to be very careful on how we move, which it starts with a mindset. Cause I tell you, man, one unwise decision can really fuck you up or cause you to get fucked up. And I say that humbly and with great fear. All right, this is Romans chapter. Great fear of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Not of this sorry punk ass devil. Romans 13 and 12, it says, the night is far spent, and we're in the night right now, the end of Esau's rulership. Okay? So we at the end of night, and the day is approaching. The day is at hand. The day of what? The day of the Israelites ruling, starting with Yahushua. Okay, he's the top man the top man in the heavens, in the spiritual realm, the heavens. Okay, or I'll just say the spiritual realm, and on this planet Earth, as we speak right now. The earth don't know. The people on this earth don't know that he's the top man under Yahweh, but they will know, and they're gonna bow down and worship him. Okay, and the Israelites as well. Starting with the elect. Okay, so his time of ruling is the night is far spent, meaning it's almost up. The day is at hand, where our Lord Yahushua is gonna rule this planet Earth, along with starting with the elect, or with the elect of the nation of Israel in righteousness. Okay, it says, "Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, because this man's rulership is a dark rulership," meaning he's put out a false way to live on this planet Earth, which is the wrong way, which brings about death, disease, destruction of the family, and every negative thing that you could think of. This man's way of ruling the planet Earth does not work. It jacks everything up. It messes up your mind because he saturates the earth with idolatry, with these different philosophies, right? Which they go back to different gods or pagan gods, fake gods, okay? And people don't know, especially here in America, they don't know which way to go. They don't know what to believe in. And when they believing in different things, they don't know what they really believing in, because he has saturated this place with useless information and ideologies. People using it and it ain't getting them nowhere. And if you think material gain is something, then you in for a rude awakening, because all this shit is about to be destroyed. All the so-called wealth that people have, property, assets, or whatever, is all gonna be destroyed. I'm talking about right here in Babylon the Great. So if you believing in that, then you're in a bad situation, bad mindset. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back to the 12th verse, Romans 13. It says, "The day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light." Okay. So the way you cast off the works of darkness, you gotta get rid of believing in this man's system, believing in this world, because it all gears towards works of unprofitable works that's gonna end up getting one destroyed. Okay, believing in staying on your job. You got niggas that believe right now that they're gonna, in 20 years, they're gonna retire from a particular job and uh get their social security, their retirement. Okay, you got jakes that believe that their rap career is about to launch off. Okay, or that their child is about to go and do 8 years or 4 years of college. Their children are going to go off and do great things by college propelling them into success. You see, these are it's a mindset, but it produces useless works of darkness. Okay, you got Negroes ready to preparing for Easter already. The Valentine's Day, the next holiday, which is all about the worshiping of a woman. Okay, when you look at it, so Jake is not dealing. So when you don't deal according to the understanding of these scriptures, your works are works of darkness. Okay, putting on the armor of light is putting this understanding of the Bible in your mind, and it starts with you hearing this word. Okay, according to Romans 10 and 17, which I quoted, it says, "For faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai." Okay, so that faith is activated, and then you start getting taught the basics, right? Through what you, because you're coming out, you're hearing the word, you're taking in other words, you're starting the process of eating the roll, eating these scriptures up in your mind. All right, and then you start getting on a level of understanding these scriptures. So I'm saying that to say that the Most High set it up through his son Yahushua, to where you have to have a teacher to put on the armor of light, meaning the understanding of these scriptures. All right? And we are confident that the Rakakwadash is working with the doctrine that is taught by Great Millstone, okay? Starting with our apostles, okay? That's the true and one and only true doctrine, okay? That gives you the understanding of this Bible. And it teaches you how to start doing the right works, which the main work is not work now is to teach and to replicate that, replicate yourself. And you were woke up through teaching. Let me get that real quick. We do this. Because I know what I'm looking for, but it's another scripture with the word teach in it that I may want to bring out. But I'll start at 2 Timothy 2:2, but let me look at something real quick. Okay. Maybe it was another verse I was thinking about, but I'm going to bring this out. 2 Timothy 2:2, and the things which thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. And then that process is supposed to repeat itself. You become a teacher, right? By being taught by a teacher. And then you teach, and then a brother comes into the fold. He's able to, through the being taught, now he's able to teach, and then the process is supposed to continue, and it has been continuing. That's why you got thousands of Israelites around the world that are teaching the true understanding of these scriptures. Okay? So going back to Romans 13:13, 13:12, the last part of the verse, and let us put on the armor of light, because the armor of light is this understanding, and that's what we're going to need to make it to the end. Okay? Now you have to be of the elect, predestined before the foundation of the earth. Okay? Those individuals of the nation of Israel will have the understanding of these scriptures to get them through these turbulent times, through the time of Jacob's trouble, through the time of the hour of temptation. All right. I'll read these last two verses. It says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying. And this is the nature of our people, of how they live on the earth. Okay? So you may have a wacky tacky Christian say, oh, I'm not into rioting and I don't drink. Okay? But what about the other things said in this verse? And I want to look, matter of fact, let's go through some of these words in this verse. Romans 13:13. See what it got. This is for the word.
Strong's G 2970. Komos. Komos.
All right. So you heard it. Strong's G 2970. Komos. All right. A rebel do this. I'm not familiar with the word. I believe I'm in. Okay. Revel. It says lively and noisy enjoyment, especially with drinks. I believe it's say that. Especially with drinking and dancing. Hmm. So that's your clubs. Uh, in Austin, Texas, they have something called Sixth Street. I've never been there, but I heard it's kind of like the same concept, I guess, would be of like Bourbon Street in New Orleans, where people outside kind of dancing and through the streets, going into different bars, coming out of the bar, walking down the street drunk, things like that. Okay, it says a carousal, reviling, rioting. Oh, that was in the. I'm sorry, that was in the Strong's definitions. It says a nocturnal, which goes into at nighttime, night. A riotous procession of half-drunken and frolicsome fellows who, after supper, parade because most people are eating. They either have eaten so that they can drink, or they're eating while they're drinking. All right. It says who, after supper, parade through the streets with torches and music in honor of Bacchus or some other deity, and that's pretty much the spirit that the that the people are into, and Jake gets all into that. You know, especially the females. They got something called they do called bar hopping. They go from one bar to the next bar, drinking and walking and dancing and acting a fool through the streets. Okay, so that was for the word rioting and drunkenness and chambering.
Strong's G 2845. Koite. Koite.
This is for the word chambering. It's yep. It says a place of laying down, resting, sleeping, in a bed, couch, a marriage bed, or it says adultery. See, this goes into adultery, and not just adultery, but unlawful sex, like uh, rectile, what is it called? Anal sex. That's unlawful. All right. See that word cohabitation. Well, they going off right there because sex is marriage. Okay, but pretty much laying around, um, being caught up into having sex all the time, unlawful sex, committing adultery. And Esau, his agenda, and it's worked very well, is to keep the people horny, um, and sex on their mind, and the women are having their way with it. The women in experienced all the sexual deviant pleasures that they could experience, to where they not even really interested in sex like that no more. The men, on the other hand, are walking around because they're not able to get it like the women do, except for the few playboys out there. But for the average Jake, he not getting a bunch of sex from different women, you know. Um, but the idea of sex is being put all in his face. Women walking around naked, nipples hard, uh, camel toes, or what they call it, or something else, a moose foot or something. Uh, Ass hanging out, Um, then you got your pornography running rampant online. So men are staying horny, wanting it. They can't get it from a actual woman. So you got your men that pay for it, but the average Jake ain't making no money to buy um buy it all the time. Then you got some Jakes that believe, oh, I'm not no trick. I'm not buying something that I could have for free, you know. So let's go back, get some more words. Wantonness, Strong's G766.
Strong's G766. As Elgaya. As Elgaya.
And it says, unbridled lust, excessive, lasciviousness, wantonness, outrageousness, shamelessness, insolence. Oh, man. Licentiousness. See this something really quick. It says lascivious behavior and sexual behavior or conduct. Yeah, the earth is more, Babylon the Great is more sexual, deviantly sexual than ever before. So unbridled, like uncontrolled lust, okay? Uncontrolled lust in excess, okay? And that's where Esau wants everybody, okay? Morally, um, basically have no morals. And some of the ways you can defile yourself morally is through sexual deviances. And then, just having sex on your mind too much, you know? But that's the way of this world. We got a thing, they got a saying that, like sex sells. Sex always sell. You can sell sex real easy. That's why these females, these can't call them women, females, and I'll stick to the Jake women, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, when they don't have any, a lot of them don't have any skills. They can't provide shit to employ. A lot of them couldn't go flip a hamburger or drop some fries in a deep fryer at a fast food place. A lot of them couldn't be a hostess at a restaurant, or even a greet somebody at a grocery store, you know. But that one thing they do know is that little funky box between their legs will sell one way or the other. It says not in strife. Look like your Kurt Franklin, wacky tacky Christian. He got caught up that he's a damn mo and was in all kind of sexual deviances, using that sucker for example. It says not in strife and envying. So I was saying, like, you may have a so-called Christian that says, well, I don't go out and you know be out in the clubs and I don't drink, but it's about what's really going on in your mind. Fuck what your actions, your actions. If you your actions in public or around people, but what's going on behind the closed doors? You see, that's what really count. Anybody can put on an act in front of men, but when the what are you doing when the eyes of man are not upon you? Jake envy each other. Oh, they got a higher rate, a bigger raise than me. Or you got a better car than me. When next time I go buy my car, I'm gonna get a car that's better than my neighbor's. Just stupid stuff, you know? It says, put ye on the Lord Yahushua, Romans 13:14. Put ye on the Lord Yahushua, Mashiach. Okay, by how do you do that? By first eating this word, Okay? You have to get this wisdom and the understanding of it. All right? There's your mindset. That creates the mindset. And then you have to put forth the works, which is teaching, rehearsing the righteous acts, teaching for the men. You know, the men ought to teach. Or the woman can teach her children and another woman, you know, and that's supposed to be the age one. You can go into I forget the age of the elderly woman that's supposed to teach the young woman. You see, but even the old women, they all out of order. You see, they used up. They done been with several men, so they really can't teach the young women nothing. They teach them anything. They teaching them uh how to be a feminist. Okay, it says, but put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shah by putting these scriptures on, walking according to these scriptures. Revelation 14, follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. Follow what the scriptures say. It says, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. And it's real easy to do here in Babylon the Great. It's easier to make provisions for the flesh so that you can fulfill the lust of the flesh, plot and plan and set up how you can um receive pleasure one way or the other, versus to walk the straight path, the path of difficulty. In a world that's full of abominations at every turn, even if you just sitting in your house, you don't even have to leave the confinement of your house, okay, to experience the wickedness of this world, because you got the internet right there. Or you got your mind, you can be in the house without the internet, just going fucking nuts, you know, getting off in the house one way or the other. You got people that don't leave the house. They just order every damn thing. They get their groceries delivered to them. They get their food, like food that's prepared, they get it Ubered or whatever to them. Okay? They sitting there and they glutton. You got some people that just sit in their house, fat as hell, don't leave the house much, and they just eat themselves to death. You see, that's how they get they'll prefer they'll prefer food over, you know, busting a nut. All right. So it's easier to, go off than to stay on the straight and narrow. That's why I'll end with this verse, Matthew 7, I believe it's in 13. Yep, Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate. That's the gate of this truth, a position of difficulty, because you have to learn how to, and I could have got scriptures on it, how to control your flesh, control your desire to be pleased. Put that in check, okay? It says, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And that's the way of the world, including Christianity. There's no different from a non-believer as far as how they live versus somebody that say that they believe, that go to these harlot houses that they call churches. Okay? They all of the world. They think alike. Okay, they participate in the same things. All right? And they don't go back to the scriptures to deal with life, on how you supposed to live, how you supposed to judge matters, what to do, what not to do, what's right from what's wrong. It's all up to their interpretation. You see? So it's a we in a position of difficulty. We trying to walk the straight and narrow, but everything around us is wicked and wrong. You see, it says that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth onto life. Yes, you gotta go through the process of going through the fire, the spiritual fire, okay, which is to shed off the impurities to make us better people on this planet Earth. Ones that live according to these scriptures to the best of their ability. Okay, so it's very narrow to walk in that straight gate, or the straight gate is a narrow path. All right, so it's only a few, which is the elect, that's going to get through that gate, because it's got all these philosophies out here, you know, that's right. Then all the hell you're gonna catch from believing in this truth. All right, I'm gonna end this right there. Lord willing, edification went out. Okay, and until the next time, I say shalom.